Don't know about you guys, but when I see something creepy or strange, I cannot stop watching.
Leaked Navy footage and lost TV episodes. These are strange videos filmed that were never meant to see the light of day. Dr. Talika Patrick was a 30-year-old psychiatry resident at a hospital in Kalamazoo. On the evening on December 5th, 2013, she clocked out of work and vanished without a trace. Her car was later found abandoned in a ditch off I-94 in Indiana, with the wallet and ID still inside. In the weeks before she disappeared, a handful of videos she posted on YouTube started surfacing online. Clips filmed by her that appeared to be addressed to someone she calls baby in love. You could still find some of these uploads from back in 2013 where she's talking to the camera like she's, just talking directly to another person, telling them about her day, singing at times, talking about recipes she's making. They all feel very direct and personal, but nobody close to her seemed to know who'd she'd been addressing in the videos that she uploaded to YouTube. Her family said she wasn't dating anyone seriously, that they knew of anyway, and the people police questioned didn't provide any clear answers either. And then there's real hotel surveillance footage from the night she disappeared. Security cameras show her at a Radisson hotel in Kalamazoo trying to check in, and then leaving and getting into a shuttle bus, all without ever booking a room. The shuttle driver later described her as agitated, almost like she thought someone was following her. And then in April 2014, a fisherman spotted something floating in Lake Charles in northern Indiana. Authorities pulled the body from the water and ran an autopsy. They confirmed it was Talika Patrick. As for what happened between that hotel lobby and the lake and who the videos were for, nobody knows. Back in April 2011, a Royal Canadian Mounted Police cruiser was patrolling the quiet streets of Selkirk, Manitoba, when the officer's dashcam caught something strange. There was this bright yellowish orange light moving across the night sky. It wasn't a plane or a satellite. The officer had no idea what it was.
Anything?
The footage stayed under wraps for years until it was leaked and picked up by Vice, and people online immediately noticed that the light isn't static. Zips back and forth and then hovers. It's not moving in a straight line like you'd see with a plane. UFOologist Chris Rotowski looked into it and even talked to the officer. Radar didn't detect anything unusual at the time, so the sighting remains.
I don't see it zipping anywhere though.
In 1989, a low-budget VHS movie called UFO Abduction was made by filmmaker Dean Aliotto. It was shot like a home video of a family being terrorized by aliens on Thanksgiving night. The original master tape was destroyed in a warehouse fire, but bootleg copies of the VHS started
I don't like it.
at UFO conventions with no credits attached, and was so convincing that people really thought it was real. By the mid-90s, clips were airing on TV specials as authentic covered footage. Viewers were convinced they were watching actual evidence. For years, people argued over whether it was real leaked footage or not. The original creator eventually came forward, but by then, it had already built a life of its own as the alien home video that wasn't supposed to get out.
Did any of y'all see this?
In October 2003, Timothy Treadwell and Amy Huguenard were killed by a grizzly bear in Katmai National Park in Alaska. Treadwell had spent 13 summers living among bears, filming them up close for his documentaries. When the attack happened, the record button ended up being hit, and the resulting audio is 6 minutes of a struggle that is widely considered the most harrowing piece of lost media in existence. It's never been released to the public.
That's a long time.
Anything you do hear on the internet is a recreation, but the few who have heard it say you can hear Treadwell realize he's being attacked, shouting for Amy to run before screams and the sounds of the bear taking over the campsite fill the recording. The only people known to have heard it are the park rangers who recovered the camera, the coroner, and the director, Werner Herzog, during the filming of the documentary Grizzly Man. In a famous scene from that film, Herzog listens to the tape through headphones while Treadwell's former partner, Jewel Palovac, watches his reaction. Herzog can barely keep the headphones on and just tells her, never listen to this, and destroy it immediately. Jewel didn't destroy the tape, but she did keep it locked in a bank vault for years. In 2006, Steve Irwin was filming a segment for a project called Ocean's Deadliest at Bat Reef, Australia, when he encountered this large short-tailed stingray. Usually stingrays swim away, but this one felt cornered, and it ended up striking Irwin hundreds of times in a matter of seconds. The entire thing was captured on video by Irwin's cameraman, Justin Lyons. Lyons later described the footage in an interview, explaining that he continued filming as the ray pierced Irwin's chest and as they tried to perform CPR on the boat. Following the investigation by the Queensland Police, the footage was handed over to Irwin's widow, Terry. She's always made it very clear that the footage will never see the light of day. And yeah, it's not something I ever want to see.
I don't blame her. What in the world?
Terry Irwin reportedly ordered every copy of the footage to be destroyed, except for the original evidence tape held by the police, which was also eventually destroyed at the family's request.
Oh.
Jerry Lewis's unreleased 1972 film The Day the Clown Cried is often talked about as the holy grail of lost media. Lewis played a character named Helmut Durk, a washed-up German circus clown arrested by the Gestapo for mocking Adolf. While in a death camp, he's forced to entertain everyone as they're being led to the chambers. Yikes. Lewis starred in the film, but after seeing the rough cut, he was so horrified by the final product that he was like, this can never be seen. He famously stated that the film was bad, and then he was embarrassed by how the subject matter was handled. For years, the only way people knew about the film was through leaked scripts and a few production stills, but shortly before his death in 2017, Lewis donated a large portion of his archives to the Library of Congress. This included a copy of the film, but it came with a strict legal caveat. It could not be screened or released until June 2024. But no, it has not been released. In 2015, an anonymous user on 4chan described this anime they claimed to have seen on the deep web in the early 2000s. The plot went something like this. Several high school girls are trapped in a windowless bathroom with no doors. As they slowly lose their minds over several days, they eventually take their own lives by banging their heads against the walls or using shards of broken glass.
That's crazy.
The user said it was called Sake Sanabashi, or Go for a Punch. This began a massive years-long investigation across Reddit and Discord. Users searched through tons of 80s OVA archives. For anyone not in the know, OVA stands for Original Video Animation. These are animes that aren't based on any manga. Even with all the research though, no record of the anime exists in any database. In 2019, a user claimed to be the original 4chan poster and admitted they made the whole thing up for fun, but some believe that the quote-unquote confession was a hoax itself. And others claim they do vividly remember seeing similar scenes in obscure anime from the 80s, so who knows?
I mean, I don't know, I don't watch cartoons.
Maybe someone really did witness this truly unsettling anime made by who knows who, something that would end up becoming a phantom piece of lost media. In 2015, a Swedish tech blog called Gadget ZZ got something weird in the mail. It was a DVD with no return address. The only thing written on it was a code, 11BX1371.
I thought that was illegal.
So they played it. The video is about 2 minutes long, black and white, shot inside what looks like some crumbling abandoned building. Standing in the middle of the frame is a person dressed like a plague doctor, a long dark coat, the beaked mask, the goggles, mostly just staring at the camera, and there's this loud, harsh buzzing sound the entire time. There's no music or narration, it's just that noise. The figure barely moves. At one point they hold up a sign with strange symbols on it. Later they slowly turn toward the camera, basically the whole thing. When people started pulling it apart frame by frame, they found hidden stuff buried in it, encoded messages in the audio, bits of text hidden in the visuals.
Okay, so what did it mean then?
Phrases that didn't make much sense. Eventually, people figured out the building was an abandoned sanatorium in Poland, but no one ever came forward to say they made a video. Up next, we have leaked military footage. In July 2019, sailors on the USS Omaha were off the coast of San Diego running night operations when something showed up on their radar and infrared systems. It wasn't blinking like an aircraft. It wasn't moving in a straight line. It was this solid, dark, spherical object hovering above the water. The ship's thermal camera locked onto it. You can hear the crew in the background talking through it. They're trying to figure out just what the hell they're looking at. At one point, someone says it's booking it, then the object just drops. It goes straight down and hits the ocean, and that's it. The object disappears beneath the surface. A submarine was reportedly sent to check the area afterward. Nothing was recovered, though. The video wasn't officially released at first. It leaked. The Pentagon later confirmed
How does something like that
real
leak,
naked
though?
footage, and that it had been part of their unidentified aerial phenomenon investigations. And lastly, let's talk about an episode of a very popular TV show in the 2000s that you've never seen, because it never aired. Why? Because it would have given step-by-step instructions on how to make homemade explosives. They shot footage, but it never made it to TV. Adam Savage has talked about it at fan panels. The team once experimented with an explosive so simple, so easy to make, but so powerful, the producers immediately realized airing it on TV would be reckless. Yes, this was an episode of Mythbusters. Explosive didn't even need special ingredients or a lab. All you needed were normal materials that could theoretically be found in your kitchen or garage. The moment they tested it, everyone involved knew this was not something you could put in front of millions of viewers. So
yeah, I don't blame them.
They destroyed every single piece of footage, and the segment was permanently shelved. I really do hope they destroyed it with the explosives they made. That would be perfect.
All right, you guys. So those were pretty strange. Let me know what you guys think about them in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.